Today's math lesson, we're going to be doing 15-9. You will need this paper to work along with us. It won't take very long. It's an easier page today. So we're going to start off with our math movie, and then we'll work together.
You can put solid figures together to build objects. Here are some solid figures you know. What is this solid figure? This is a cylinder. What solid figure is this? This is a sphere. Name this solid figure. It is a cone. What solid figure is this?
So what do we know? What's the name of that? It's a cube.
This solid figure is a cube. What is the name of this solid figure? This is a rectangular prism. What is this solid figure called? This is a pyramid. There are 6 solid figures you can use to build objects. What object does the boy want to build? He wants to build a house. What 2 solid figures did he use to build the house?
So they're asking us what are the names of the 2 solid figures that he used to build the house. He used a cube and a pyramid.
He used a cube and a pyramid. Which solid figure did he put on top? The pyramid is on top. What did the boy build next? He built a rocket. How many solid figures did he use? He used 3 solid figures. Which solid figure is on the bottom? The cube is on the bottom. Which solid figure is on the top? The cone is on the top. Which solid figure is in the middle? The cylinder is in the middle. What other objects can you build with solid figures? Try it yourself and find out.
Okay, so we are going to do some building today. Obviously, unless you have solid figures at your house, you might not be able to do this, but you can still watch while I build. So I'm going to move down to the floor so that I have a space for these shapes, these solid figures that we've been talking about and learning about. Okay, so if we think about this for a moment and we build with these, we might have to have a little bit of a plan because we cannot use something that rolls on the bottom of our building because that won't work very well. We need something that is flat in order to stack. Same thing if I put this on its side, that will not work. I need to use the flat parts for stacking. If I use something that has a vertex or a point and I try to stack on top of it, that will not work. All right, so we would try some different things and see what we could make or what we could build. I might try to build a tower first. So I could use a cylinder and a cone like that. I used 2 solid figures and I made a tower. The cylinder is on the bottom and the cone is on the top. Let's see here. Maybe I would try to build something like that. All right, and then I've used 3 solid figures, the cube, the rectangular prism, and the pyramid. So we could try a couple different things. You might be able to put a sphere on top. It works because mine has this little indent right there that'll hold the sphere still if I'm very, very careful with it. Like that. Now, if somebody were to kind of wiggle it a little bit, it would definitely roll off of there. But that could work for right now. Okay? So we would use our solid figures to build some different things. And that's all it was asking us to do on the front. You don't have to do anything. If you wanted to try to draw a picture of something using your shapes, you could do that. On the inside, it says, circle the two solid figures that make the object. So we are looking at the first thing. That is like a traffic cone that they use to block the road off. And they want to know what two shapes, what two solid figures make that up. There is a rectangular prism on the bottom and a cone on the top. So they circled those two shapes. The next one is an office building or an apartment building maybe. So let's look on the bottom. There is a rectangular prism. It's standing on its side on this one, so it's taller, but that's what that is. And on the top, there is a pyramid. A pyramid is a square on the bottom and triangles on the side. So we are going to circle the rectangular prism and the pyramid. Number 3, the pencil. You have to think a little bit about this one. On this part of the pencil would be like a cylinder turned on its side. And this part of the pencil is like a cone turned on its side. So we would circle the cone and the cylinder for the pencil. Okay, on the other side, it says look at the object, write how many of each solid figure is used. So we are going to look, there's one sphere, so you're going to write a 1. One cube, you're going to write a 1. And one rectangular prism, you're going to write a 1. So it should be 1, 1, 1. There were no cylinders, so we can either leave that one empty or you could write a 0 if you wanted. Go down to number 2. What's on the top? A pyramid, going to write a 1. Next, there are 2 cubes, so you're going to write a 2 for the cubes. And at the bottom is a cylinder, so you're going to write a 1 for the cylinder. There are no cones in this picture, so you can either leave it blank or write a 0. And go down to number 6. Number 6 uses one rectangular prism and 1, 2, 3, 4 cylinders. So write a 4 there. There are 0 pyramids and 0 spheres. And when you're ready, turn to the back. It says, Claire made an object using solid figures. She used 2 cylinders and 1 sphere. Draw a picture of an object Claire might have made. So your picture here, you can make it look how you want, but it has to have 2 cylinders and 1 sphere. So maybe you want to stack the cylinders and put the sphere on the top. Maybe you want to have a cylinder and then a sphere in the middle and another cylinder. It is up to you. You can decide how you want to arrange 2 cylinders and 1 sphere. Number 8, Rick used these 2 solid figures. So he used a cube and a cone. Which object did Rick make? So which one of these below uses a cube and a cone? Should be letter B, a cube and a cone. And at the bottom, draw an object, use 2 different solid figures. Write the names of the solid figures you used. So you get to make up your own design. You could use a rectangular prism, a cone, a pyramid, a cube, a sphere, a cylinder. Draw anything you would like using two different solid figures. And that's it for math today. Easy peasy.